So, for example, rice. As I, we import a lot of rice from Vietnam, Myanmar, Thailand, and we know we as breeders know the tastes. I know that Leo likes jasmine type, fragrant rice that smells good.
The aroma is good.
So we don't CSIR. We don't do academics there. We know what the market wants, and we respond to it. So we breed the same kinds of
So what's the problem? So what's the problem then?
So
because as we're eating closer to Christmas, and I know the kind of imports that's going to come in.
The problem is that it's easier for businessmen to import. It's very easy. You target somebody from where you import, you sell. They don't want to go through the wahala of putting in their money into farms and maybe it will not rain and all that. But that is where policy comes in. So there has been a policy at the Ministry of Agric that before big players like Olam will be giving foreign exchange to import rice, they have to source a percentage of their rice internally.
Do they do that?
I don't think it's working. But that is an excellent policy because it results in backwards integration where they will be forced to support the farmers, putting the mills that will build to the. So if that one alone can change the game. So you start. You say you source 30% this year. Next year you increase it to 50%. Within 5 years, we want you to source 90% of all locally. They themselves will go and sponsor the farmers and take the.
Prof, when I shared the flyer, somebody sent a message to me. I showed the message to Leo this morning, and he says when it comes to rice breeders in Africa, you are amongst the first 10. So
yes, by God's grace, we are all over the place.
So as a rice breeder, and you're doing all these works, and you're not seeing the results as we expected, where policymakers, like you said, will say, okay, fine, if Ola wants to import so and so, buy this amount of percentage from local. What encourages you to continue?
It's disheartening sometimes. So I'll meet somebody and say, those who know the work I do, and I am also social media savvy. I put a lot of things on Facebook. Then somebody will ask me, so Max, all this work that you say you do, why are we still importing rice? And
but can we be self-sufficient with
yes. For rice, there's no reason why we should be importing rice. So part of the glut that we're experiencing is because the Korean government supported us, and we produce a lot of quality seed at Dawinya, and it was distributed to the farmers free of charge. It's part of the reason why Oda and Co you are seeing the high yields. And my varieties are in Gambia, Sierra Leone, all over. They are all growing varieties
and in Ghana as well.
That I bred. Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Prof, I want to do an exercise you do.
Yes.
So bear with me. It's not a cross-examination, but I want to do something.
Remember, for Steve is here for.
Yeah. I wanted to say
excellent post
about the policy.
The policy, sorry, please.
Yeah, another way we can channel it so simple is in giving it to the schools and the student getting the taste. But when they get the taste from there, when they come home, they can push their parents to go in for the local rice. Because my home, I've done it, and my kids doesn't fancy the foreign rice, but they fancy the local rice that I've been cooking for the past 5 years.
But for is it also possible that because for whatever reason we've grown some kind of attachment to the aroma that the perfume rice gives or brings? With the local rice, is there a way we can also have some kind of aroma like that?
In fact, we have an aromatic
the
rice.
We breed is higher than the one.
It's better. It's far nicer.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, it's true.
I have some in my car. Unfortunately, I didn't bring it here.
You start smelling that.
I agree with what she's saying because I read a lot about some of the products, especially in America, chocolates and all these consumables. It was because during World War II, a lot of these products were packaged for soldiers on the field. So when they came home, they missed it, and that is where these companies took advantage and then produced them for the masses. And these companies have all grown. So I think if we can channel it to the schools, as you were saying, when they get out and they want that taste, they can go on the market. But the question is, will it be available?
The rice will be available.
Yes. So
the rice will be available.
If we allow the system to work, Yes, if we allow them, because the farmers who are experiencing glut now, many of them will not plant this season. So what will happen in the next season is that we'll experience
shortage.
We should also not forget that in as much as they are
facing.
cultivating and they're not getting the right market for it, galamsey is also messing up the environment.
Large chunks of the land.
And also preventing them from doing what they have to do.
Prof. So if you say a rice breeder, is it the same as a rice farmer?
No.
Okay, what's the difference?
So we do the science part of the farming.
Okay.
So we create the varieties.
Okay. Then the farmers will farm.
Yes, and then we give the seed. So when you create the varieties, what you come out with is the seed.
Yeah. And I tried to do just a careful research on you.
Yeah.
I won't tell you my sources, but it seems almost every important breeder in Africa, your name comes up. In the last 10 years, has any government contacted you directly to say that this is a problem, we have a rise, about 1.2 billion or so, the last one I read from GIPC? How can you help us? Has any government in the last 10, 15 years of your life contacted you to help us?
Well, not directly, but I would say maybe indirectly.
What do you mean by that?
Can you explain further?
So they have these government projects that come on and off. So there's currently FSRP going on, which is sponsored by the World Bank. So they will come and say, recommend varieties and give us the basic seed. So we will supply the basic seed, and then they will find a way of multiplying it, showing it to farmers, and do it. But honestly, we can do better in using the human resource that
okay.
we have.
So a follow-up quick question quickly on what you just said. So within the past 10, 15 years, you have not been contacted directly or not in a satisfactory manner. What about our neighboring countries where you say your presence is, Sierra Leone and co? How about them?
Well, so
are they doing better than we are doing? We have you. Are they doing better, making use of you better than we are?
Well, I would say for them, they also came for our varieties, and we licensed it to them, and we got some money out of it.
But what I'm saying,
and then training also, I've been involved in training their people. Yeah.
So my question actually is, they are making more use of you in their countries than we are making use of you in our own country.
We could do better because I'm Ghanaian, and honestly, so some of us, the only reason why we are still in Ghana is we feel like we have to impact our country.
So, Prof, my next question is, based on your experience, you've traveled across, do we have all the ingredients